and I poured it into my hand and I was like, what the f is this? Like, it's amazing. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel where we talk about skincare, grooming, sometimes hair, so if that sounds like your thing, make sure you are subscribed. Follow me on Instagram if you aren't already, we can be a bit more personal over there. I upload skincare routines, I vlog a bit more on my stories, and I post product reviews that you're not going to see here on YouTube. After my 5 best moisturizers for clear skin video, a lot of you guys were asking me about other products that I feel are the 5 best for clear skin. And then one of you suggested that I turn this whole thing into a series, which I'm gonna do. So today I'm gonna share with you 5 of the best toners that I've personally ever used that really helped clear up my skin. Now, first of all, I feel like I have to plead my case for toners because it's by far one of the most 50-50 products. Either you love toners or you don't see the point in them. So toners were originally very alcohol based, very alcohol heavy, and they were actually originally designed to balance out the pH of your skin after cleansing. But cleansers nowadays pretty much do that job for you. They're a lot more refined, they're a lot more advanced. They don't leave your skin feeling dry and like tight like they used to. So toners had to kind of like grow up and evolve with cleansers. So now they do so many other things. They're mainly like a nourishing and moisturizing step. They're also a very, very good opportunity to give your skin ingredients that it might not get in the other stages of the skincare routine. So if you already love toners and you just want to know what 5 of the best are, skip this little bit because I'm gonna carry on pleading my case. So the reason I love toners is because of the personal difference I see in my skin with them and without them. Without them, my skin looks very dull, it looks very dry, it also gets very oily for some reason. When I use them, my skin looks clear, it looks plump, it looks even. As someone with oily skin, I like to moisture up in the toner stage so that I don't have to use heavy moisturizers throughout the day. A comment I get a lot on this channel is, dermatologists say you don't need to use a toner. Dermatologists do say that. Dermatologists also say a lot of things. There's 2 points when it comes to this. If you Google anything, you're gonna find the answer that you want. If you type in dermatologists love toners, you're gonna find quotes from dermatologists who love toners. If you type in why dermatologists say you don't need toners, you're gonna find quotes from dermatologists who say you don't need toners. You can find what you want on Google. You have to do a lot more than just Google something. And obviously to be a dermatologist, you have to have studied it, you have to have some kind of degree, all that kind of stuff. I don't know the specifics, but nowadays a lot of brands will call their staff dermatologists. So for example, I don't know if Clinique do it in particular, but let's say Clinique, they would call their staff, shop floor staff, dermatologists when they are not trained dermatologists. It's just a name they give their staff. So magazines like Allure, Grazia, all those articles that you're gonna see when you first Google a product, they can refer to these members of staff as dermatologists. So when someone's saying a dermatologist says this, it could just be Kelly from the shop floor in John Lewis. Do you know what I mean? Like there's every possibility that she may not be a trained dermatologist. So yeah, have a little look into it. There's a lot more to it than just the first page of Google. Toners are known amongst skincare fanatics as well to prep your skin for the rest of your routine. I love applying my skincare onto damp skin. I feel like it helps your products fully absorb into the skin and do their job properly, and it just leaves your skin looking so good. Okay, so let's talk about my favorites. Let's start right from the beginning. Once I threw out clean and clear toners, I went onto Lush Cosmetics, and this is their tea tree water. So I started using this toner at a stage where my acne wasn't aggressive and irritating and painful anymore. I was actually more just breaking out than having acne. And this tea tree toner with a very diluted form of tea tree really helped keep my spots at bay. And I didn't really have breakouts from then on. I'd get one spot pop up here and there, but it wasn't breakouts in the sense that I'd have 4 in one go. And I used it every day to like refresh my skin. It's got grapefruit in there, but it's not so citrusy that it dries out your skin. And this is what I feel really kind of kept my skin looking clear after I cleared up all the worst of it, if that makes sense. Another one of my favorites is the Innisfree Green Tea Skin, I believe it's called. This was like my first real Korean toner. This is the toner that really made me realize there's so much more to toners than what I had previously known. So far, I've known Clean and Clear, Clearasil, and Lush. So usually toners that are called skin, it means they're a lot thicker, they're moisturizing, they're nourishing, and like a second layer of skin. And they're very, very good at delivering nourishing ingredients to your skin. And this toner gave my skin a plump, healthy, even looking skin tone, especially as I would layer it up. And also helped strengthen the skin barrier as well, so keeping your skin plump and nice and nourished. And then this really kind of made my obsession with Korean toners. I was already well into Korean skincare, but toners was always a step I wasn't too bothered about, but this is what really cemented that for me. Next up is Aveda's Botanical Kinetics Skin Toning Agent. Now, this was like my first real grown-up toner. Once I stopped looking at toners to help prevent spots and breakouts, my skin was very steady. I just wanted an overall daily toner that I could use to help my skin feel that refreshed kind of feeling that I got from the other two toners. So yeah, this toner, whilst doesn't offer amazing benefits, it does the job of what a modern day toner should do. It hydrates, nourishes, makes your skin look plump and refreshed, and I just loved it for its general hydrating properties. And I feel like this toner had a big part in keeping my skin looking how it is to this day. I think because I was using so many hydrating products at such a young age, it kind of kept my skin in check for all those years. I used this toner actually probably for about 5 years non-stop. Next up, we have the It Skin Rice Toner, a very recent toner that I've been using, probably for about 6 months, but I remember the day I first used this toner, and I poured it into my hand, and I was like, what the is this? Like, it's amazing. It was like thick. It was like a watery moisturizer. So when it hits winter, my skin becomes oily, dehydrated, which I personally feel is one of the worst combinations you can ever have. So I try to hydrate in nearly every step of my routine. And a lot of toners, hydrating toners I used, I liked to layer up because it would add that layer of hydration. I still like to do that with toners. And I got this because it was recommended for people with dehydrated skin. It is instantly hydrating, so I still layer this up, but maybe 2 times instead of 5 to 7. And the brightening and hydrating effect that this has on your skin, the feel of it and the look of it is instant. It feels instantly hydrated. It looks instantly brighter, because obviously with dehydrated skin, your skin looks quite dull. So it was nice, really nice having this toner that instantly gave my skin a bit of like oomph back to the look of it and the feel of it as well. Rice has been an ingredient I've looked out for my whole life when it comes to skincare because of its brightening properties, and I think for me this is just the ultimate rice product. This is actually very similar to a toner I'm using at the moment, the Laneige one, but it's still very early days of that. I'm still experimenting with it, but it's a very good toner too. And number 5, remember these are in no particular order, but this is the Sun and Park Beauty Water. Now, controversial, but great for a reason you may not expect. So the Sun and Park Beauty Water actually kind of became like a cult product amongst like K-beauty enthusiasts and the skincare community in general. Everyone was talking about, and you either loved it or you either hated it. And it was very overhyped, so a lot of people who hated it just didn't get that hype, and I get that. It is an amazing cleansing water, but it's probably the one I like least out of all the ones I've just listed. But that's because of the way it changed my habits as well as my skin. So you may not believe it, but sometimes I can be really lazy when it comes to skincare. I have those nights where I just can't be bothered to do anything, you know? Like, I've had a long day, the last thing I want to do is come home and do like a 10-step routine that I always seem to push on myself. So sometimes I'd go straight to bed without doing anything to my skin, which is terrible, mainly because the next morning I could tell that I had done nothing to my skin. I'd have moisturizer and sunscreen left on my face, like my skin looked dry, it looked awful, and I don't use wet wipes. I try not to use them. So I actually got this toner because as well as a toner, it's a hydrator, it's a gentle exfoliator, and it's a cleansing water as well. So I've got this mainly to just put on a cotton pad, quickly cleanse my skin before going straight into bed on those nights that I really can't be bothered, because it's better than doing nothing. I wouldn't recommend it, but it is better than doing nothing. So obviously my skin appreciated this a lot more, and unlike a lot of like micellar waters, beauty waters, cleansing waters, this beauty water didn't leave my skin dry. My skin would feel absolutely fine the next day, a lot better than it would have done had I left everything on. But yeah, I always have this at hand for those nights I just cannot be bothered. Even if you're doing the absolute bare minimum like that, your skin is going to thank you for it a lot more than it would do if you just left everything on. So they are my top 5 toners of all time ever. As always, my videos are an open discussion, so please let's discuss down below. Let me know if you use toners, if you think they're pointless. Let me know your opinion. Let me know if you've tried any of these before and if you like it. And as I mentioned, go and follow me on Instagram at James_S_Welsh. I will see you over there, and I will see you next time.